Hey guys, my name is Miley and I lived and died in the same day, and this is my story. I was an in vitro baby, which means that my parents had to go through a fertility clinic to have me. My mom developed gestational diabetes while she was pregnant with me, and they scheduled my date of birth to be June 11, 2008. My parents went to the hospital at 8 a.m. and the doctors induced labor, but it didn't work. After 12 and a half hours, I was still not ready to come out, and my mom had placenta previa, which made labor very complicated. The placenta ruptured and I lost 2/3 of my blood and I died when I was born. They did an emergency C-section and the nurses started to do CPR. After 3.5 minutes, the doctor called time of death and left the room, but the nurse that was with him did not stop CPR. She continued doing CPR and said that she had a pulse, but I wasn't breathing. They put me on a breathing machine and would not dry me off because they said I needed to stay cold. This is when I was transferred to the NICU. They put me on a cooling bed, so basically my organs would keep working, but very slowly. I also had to have a full blood transfusion, and they had to warm me up over the span of 5 days. Because I was pronounced dead for over 3.5 minutes, they said that it was a very high chance that I would have a bunch of problems. I would have brain damage, I would have seizures, cerebral palsy, learning disabilities, all just because I died for over 3.5 minutes. But you know what my goal is? To set out and prove them wrong. After 9 months of being monitored by the doctors, they found out that I didn't have any brain damage, I had no seizures, no learning disabilities, and everything was perfect. I started playing softball at 4 years old and I fell in love with it. I then started playing travel ball at 7 years old and my team won the South Carolina All-Stars. And I was also in a newspaper. Isn't that so cool? I got to meet the mayor of county I lived in, and we were in the newspaper, and I still have that newspaper to this day. Because of the pandemic restrictions when I was in 6th grade, I wasn't able to play softball much this year, but I was very excited to get back going. In 7th grade, I was 12 years old, and I made the JV and varsity team at my high school. I also started taking accelerated classes and making sure I maintained good grades. When I was in 8th grade at 13 years old, I won the Sertoma Award for the best essay that I wrote about the Bill of Rights. During this time, I also joined the Junior Beta Club, maintained all A's, and started doing honors classes. I also made the varsity softball team this year, and I started at second base. In the fall of this year, I was chosen to play for the All-American softball games in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. At the end of this tournament, I was given the MVP award.
And I hope this young lady has a speech ready, because your MVP for the Capitals, Miley Beatty!
Woo!
Well, you better get a speech ready, because we're talking.
Good job, Mai.
Oh, right here, front center. Oh, yeah.
Get in there, girl. You got
Final interview. Listen, we can do this the easy way or the hard way. Either way it goes, it's getting done. Would you like to do the easy way? Okay, here we go. Listen, MVP's got to get comfortable being uncomfortable a lot. So, first off, just what does the award mean to you? Yeah, I can't read your brain, so if you can help me out here, this would be really great. Okay, so all the hard work you've been putting in, all the dedication to the sport, all those things, finally, basically, people are seeing that. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel great.
Good. We're going to take that answer and we're going to
During this week in Myrtle Beach, I also got to experience my first helicopter ride and my first time going axe throwing, which was very fun. My 9th grade year, I continued to take honors classes, excelling in them, and getting all A's in all of my other classes. I also made the varsity team again, and I started playing second base, and this year is the year that I won all region for my school. In 10th grade, I was 15 years old, and I joined the National Beta Club. Along with this, I made the varsity team again, but this time I was starting at third base, which is my favorite position. I love playing third base. This year, I also hit my first ever Grand Slam.
Now batting, second baseman number 6, Miley Beatty.
job, kid.
Everyone clap. Okay. This year I continued to take honors classes, obviously getting all A's in them, keeping my grades up, making sure I was doing good in school, but then something happened. I started getting sick, which I thought it was just a normal cold. I had a fever, my stomach was upset, just a normal cold. But it was not. At first, when it went away, I thought it was just a cold, but then it kept coming back and coming back and coming back, and I kept getting it. This went on for about 7 months, and during this time, I had really bad migraines, my legs would go numb, I wouldn't be able to walk, and I started passing out. I went everywhere. I went to the doctor, I went to urgent care, I went to the hospital, I went to the children's hospital. They ran so many tests on me, but no one knows what was wrong. Still to this day, I don't know what was wrong. After 7 months of experiencing this and staying home most of the time from school and not being able to play softball, it just randomly stopped. We don't know what it was. Even though I was at home most of the time or in the hospital, I continued to do my schoolwork and maintain all A's, and in my honors classes, which was very hard. After these episodes stopped, I was able to start playing softball again. This is when I decided that I wanted to skip 11th grade and become a senior. I have enough credits, I'm in honors classes. I was like, there's no point in staying when I could graduate early and get a degree before everyone else in my class could. I decided that I want to major in business and minor in photography. Photography is something that I'm very passionate about, and I love doing photography. Go follow my Instagram, it's called Miley Beatty Photography, thank you. Okay. I got my license on my 16th birthday, and I bought my first car, which was very exciting. I still have her to this day. Her name's Peggy. She's amazing. I've also been able to maintain a 4.83 GPA and keep up my grades. I also decided this year that I would be doing dual enrollment classes, so I'm getting some of my college classes already done while I'm still in high school. During the summer, I played a lot of college showcase tournaments, and I got looked at by a lot of colleges. I also applied to 6 colleges for my academics, and I got into all of them. In August, my travel ball team had a college camp at Columbia College. This college is one of the ones on my list because they have a really good business program, and it focuses more on women in business programs because they used to be an all-women's school, and it's pretty close to home, so it's a win-win. In September, my team was at a college showcase tournament, which you play games in front of college coaches. They look at you, they talk to you if they want to. The assistant coach from Columbia came up to me, and she told me that they were interested in me and asked me if I would be interested in going to Columbia. Since this is obviously one of my top schools, and I was already looking at it, I said yes. I said I would definitely be interested in coming. I would love to tour campus and get to know about the school and softball and all the girls. So then in November, I toured campus. They brought me around, showed me everything, talked to me about the history, and it was really exciting. At the end of the tour, me and the coaches sat down, and they gave me an offer to play softball there. Obviously, I can't decline that. I love this school. I want to go to this school. So now I'm going to be attending Columbia College in fall of 2025 and majoring in business and minoring in photography, and also playing softball as a koala. My mom and dad are my biggest fans, and they've always been there for me and been supportive of whatever I've chose to do in life. And I'm very appreciative of them and grateful for everything that they do for me. My brother has also been a big part of my life. Even though we're 12 years apart, he's 12 years older. He really makes me feel like I can ask him for whatever I need to. I can get help. I can learn things about cars. He can teach me a lot. So I've definitely learned a lot from my brother, and I'm very grateful for him too. At the end of the day, and all of the challenges I faced in my life, I've learned that you need to never give up. Never give up on your dreams, your aspirations, anything. Don't give up on anything that you're doing. You should work hard for what you want and dedicate yourself to your goals and your future. But most importantly, you need to be proud of yourself and everything that you do, no matter if it's big or small.